Okay, guys, let's go here next, man. So if you guys head over to our website, theohiopodcast.com, we have 3 new articles up for you all to read today, including the news about the team captains, the Block O, and Archie Griffin. Let's start with the Block O. So this is year number 5 of the Block O tradition. I love this tradition. I love what it stands for. I love what it means. I think it looks as cool. Like out of everybody's zero jersey in college football, Ohio State's looks the best because it's the O for Ohio State, right? Like it's awesome. And I think they chose the right guy. I think Cody Simon, I think he's the man. He's in the middle of the defense. That Block O in the middle of the defense is going to look great. There's going to be all kinds of sweet pictures from that. And I think the dude deserves it. The guy came in, was a big-time recruit, has dealt with multiple injuries. He could have left years ago, hit the transfer portal, and went to Kentucky or Louisville or went back to the East Coast. But he stuck it out. And here he is. He's going to be a starter in year number 5 at Ohio State, and they honored him with the Block O. Mello, I'll start with you. Your thoughts, man, on Cody Simon getting that big Block O jersey.
I love it. And you know why he stuck with it? Because he's a Jersey guy from Jersey City, St. Peter's Prep, baby. We don't quit and leave when the going gets tough. We stick it and we fight it out. And we're going to see some great things from Cody this year. He's grading out pretty highly. They say he's the leader of the defense. And if you hear James Laurinaitis talk about him, it's just impressive. And if it's coming from him, you know it's legit because that guy still holds the all-time tackle record for the Rams. I'm looking forward to him running this defense and being the captain of this defense and the captain of this team and being the leader of this team, along with Emeka and Sawyer and Trey. It's going to be a special year. It's Natty season, as Devin knows.
Yeah.
I did not know this. Jonathan Cooper still wears. Is he number 0 in the NFL?
I did not know that. I'm going to look.
I'll have to go look that up. That would be cool. That would be cool. All right, Chris, your thoughts, man, on the Block O, this year's recipient.
Yeah, I love it. I think Cody Simon is a natural leader, and if you look, the guys who have had that title given to them in the past, same thing. They were leaders on the field. They were leaders off the field. I think this guy exemplifies hard work, leadership, and I'm with Mel. I look forward to see what this guy's going to do because I look at this guy and I see the same type of tackling we saw out of Tommy Eichenberg, but a more athletic guy. So I'm really excited to see what he does out there.
Do you remember that picture that came out of him a couple years ago? He just was ripped. Like all his jerseys, practice jersey and practice shorts are ripped because of how huge he was. Yeah, and then he got hurt, unfortunately, because he was making a move. I think it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
He was making a move then he gets hurt, and then Tommy takes over that position and never relinquished it. And yeah, some of the people are talking about it in the chat. He probably should have played more.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when Tommy was injured and really was limited. He probably should have played more. Yeah.
And James knows that.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it was James Call last year, though.
It is now, though.
I think he owns the room now. Yeah, I do. Devin, your thoughts, man?
Dude, I agree with the decision. I love that he has it. I mean, dude, this started, right? He comes back, wants to play again. Starts in the weight room, man. Back in the winter workouts, we'll hear about this dude in there just going psycho. And then, I remember, I always bring up Juck, dude, but on Juck's show, man, he had those plaques that show where everybody stands athletically on the team. And this dude is pretty much top 10 and dang near every category on there. So the dude was way more athletic than I realized, but man, like I said, it started in the weight room with always hearing good reports about him, what he's doing in there. I know he has been on Dude of the Week a couple times and stuff like that. So he's also going to be wearing has that been like officially announced? Is he going to be wearing what do they call it? The green dot or something on defense?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So you got that there too. And like you guys said, dude, I feel like I should have played more last year. It also helps that you have the future Ohio State head coach coaching his position this year. So that helps as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
So let's talk about those captains. Mello, you brought them up. You got on defense, you got Cody Simon and you've got Jack Sawyer, or as like we used to, like we called him Captain Jack Sawyer. We gave him that nickname years ago, and now it finally fits. Finally. And then you have on the offensive side, you have Emeka Egbuka, and I can never say his name without thinking about one of our listeners' little boys at the tailgate when we asked him, "Who's your favorite Buckeye?" And he go, "Emeka Egbuka." It was so good. Emeka Egbuka. And then you also have on the offensive side Travion Henderson. You know what's interesting is you have 3 of those 4 guys came back. I think they all kind of speared the coming back. Now, years past, Mello, Urban Meyer got into this thing, and Ryan Day kept it going too, where they had like 7, 8 captains, and it was a thing where in the past you only had 3 or 4 regardless, and they've gone back to that now. I was kind of surprised they didn't have more given how many older guys there are, but your thoughts, did they get the right guys in your opinion? And if they were to add a 5th one, who do you think they should have added?
They definitely got the right guys, and the 5th one is easy. It's Denzel Burke, the truth teller. Like, he's the leader of the secondary, which is the best group on the team overall. And that guy started since his day one as a freshman, and he's been here and he's doing his thing. And just to make something, point out something real quick for the chat and everybody else, Cody Simon was actually the first one to announce that he was going to come back. And then it was Jack. Cody led that charge. He initiated and he got Jack on board, and then Jack went and did what Jack does, which is get other people on board. The NIL for them to stay also helped. So let's not get that all twisted. But that's one of the reasons we're going to win a natty this year, because everybody decided to come back. And I absolutely think Denzel Burke should be a captain.
Chris?
Yeah, I'm with Mello on that. That's the only omission I saw was Denzel Burke. I mean, the guy is he's an outspoken leader. But you know what? These other guys I cannot argue with. These are the guys that came back and said right out of the gate, we've got unfinished business. Jack Sawyer, an interview with him, I saw him say that, he felt like he'd let down the city of Columbus. He felt like he let down the university, the university. The way these guys have taken ownership of this and said, we got to go out and do this. That's what a captain is. They take the ownership, they take the lead, and they go out and do it by example on the field as well as with their words. I don't think you could have a better group of captains than what we got, with the obvious omission of Denzel Burke.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the players choose the captains with the approval from the coaching staff, meaning the coaching staff has veto power if they need to, but this is more of a player-led thing, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So this is a good comment. Ryan might not want Denzel's truth.
That's probably true.
That is probably true. Oh, there's one thing I did leave out. I don't know if Dev was going to touch on this, but Cody Simon got the most votes.
Really? I didn't hear that. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right, Devin, you're up, man. Did we get it right? And who should have they added if they'd had a 5th?
That's all I had. I was just going to say he got the most votes, and I was going to be done, but I'm just joking, bro. Bro, I'll just mess with you, bro. When I was speaking to Cody earlier, that's the thing, dude. He led the charge, and these players coming back. Maybe not in the most vocal way. I would give that to Jack. He was pretty vocal about getting all these players to come back. But, I mean, Jack would have been my number 2 for the Block O personally, right? That would have been my number 2 pick, but I mean, Trey, look at the sacrifice Trey made coming back. And then letting Quinshon come in this year and being cool with it and open arms and all that stuff. Look at the sacrifice Emeka made for this team, dude. Probably second round pick in the NFL, dude, injury prone dude, comes back, man, like for this team. So every one of those players has made a sacrifice for the team. They're leaders. They get talked about all the time, dude. Not only like physical leaders in the weight room, but you got Trey and Emeka being spiritual leaders. You got Cody being the leader of the defense on the field. You got Jack Sawyer just stepping his game up, man, taking it serious. And I love it. I loved it. There was only 4, but like you guys said, dude, Burke, and there's several more people could have been captains as well. So I love the picks, man.
Now you guys mentioned the obvious one in Burke, but what about Josh Fryer? He's had an amazing offseason from what I've heard.
Yeah.
I kind of want a lineman to be a captain.
I was going to say Donnie Jackson, but I heard in the weight room that dude tears it up.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Again, no offensive linemen were chosen by their own peers.
Dude,
just a whole nother swing and a miss by the leader of that room.
Just pride, dude. I'm telling you.
I mean, gosh.
Well, think back to that bowl game. Would you have voted for him?
Oh gosh, no. That's true.
Show me.
Speaking of Missouri, the show me state, right? Yeah. I'm getting more gray hairs because of Skeeter from Missouri.
And that's the thing that makes it so much more annoying with how Justin Fry recruits, because we lost that game because it's literally the offensive line. I'm not putting any blame on Lincoln, because if he had time, he would have found people open. The receivers were starting to get open in the beginning, but he didn't have time. As soon as they hiked it, he was on his back. Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Missouri beat us in that bowl game, and they also beat us for 2 offensive line recruits this year that we offered. So
speak on it.
And listen to this one. Not only did they beat us for 2 offensive linemen, they went into Pennsylvania. They got the top quarterback out of Pennsylvania in their class, who's a borderline 5-star quarterback. Watch out, dude. Missouri's for real. Like, they are. Drinkowitz is building a program over there.
I know.
They were my pick to win the SEC this year.
I like him.
I got Ole Miss.
That's next week's show, guys. That's next week's show.
Just edit it out. Oh,
no, we're live, bro. The whole world just heard that. Okay. I love it. I love the Blocko. Like, I've really thought about trying to go and get all the Blocko jerseys autographed from every guy who's ever had it. The Blocko. I think that would be incredibly cool, a piece of memorabilia to hang up, man. But it just makes sense at Ohio State, and I love it. With Willis and the history that it has to represent, and so I think it's it's a really cool tradition that Ryan Day started. This is a Ryan Day thing that he started. So he does have his stamp on one of the new cool traditions.